The Galactic Defense Academy's observation deck hummed with the nervous energy of a dozen alien species watching the human training exercises below. Commander Zix Thala of the Crystalline Dominion pressed her four eyes against the reinforced viewing portal, her chitinous shell clicking with agitation. "They're doing it again," she whispered to her companion, Submarshal Vorthan of the Luminous Collective. His bioluminescent patches pulsed with confusion as he watched the darkened training facility. Below them, complete darkness had fallen over the combat simulation arena. Emergency lighting systems had been deliberately disabled, leaving only the faintest ambient glow from the facility's power cores. To most galactic species, the training ground had become an impenetrable void, yet somehow the human soldiers continued their exercises. How are they moving so precisely? Vorthan's patches flickered in bewilderment. "My people evolved on a tidally locked world. We've never experienced true darkness, but even we cannot navigate without photon emission." The other observers murmured agreement. The thermic hunters could see heat signatures, the echo weavers used sound mapping, and the quantum seers perceived electromagnetic fields. But none of them could comprehend how the humans below were conducting complex tactical maneuvers in what appeared to be absolute darkness. Captain Sarah Chen's voice crackled through the communication system as she directed her squad through a hostage rescue simulation. "Alpha Team, advance on the eastern corridor. Bravo, circle around, watch for the tripwire at 2 o'clock. Rodriguez." The aliens watched in stunned silence as the humans moved like ghosts through the darkness, their coordination flawless despite the apparent impossibility of their situation. "Perhaps they have some technological enhancement we're unaware of," suggested Dr. Cleth, the Academy's lead xenobiologist, his tentacles writhing with scientific curiosity. "Some form of cybernetic implant or nano-enhancement?" Commander Zix Thala activated the facility's bioscanners. The readings showed standard human physiological parameters. No artificial enhancements, no technological augmentation. Just baseline human biology. "Impossible," she muttered. "There must be an error." The training exercise concluded with the humans successfully neutralizing all simulated threats and extracting the hostages. When the lights came back on, the human soldiers appeared relaxed, even casual, as if they had just completed a routine drill in broad daylight. Later that evening, Zix Thala approached Captain Chen in the Academy's mess hall. The human was eating something that steamed, another peculiar human trait consuming heated organic matter. "Captain Chen," Zix Thala began, her translator struggling with the respectful tones of her native language, "we are curious about your species' training methods." Chen looked up, her dark eyes meeting Zix Thala's primary visual sensors. "The night training? What about it? How do you function in complete darkness? Our scans detect no technological enhancements, no artificial aids. By all known physics, you should be as blind as the rest of us." Chen smiled. Another uniquely human expression that had taken the galactic community years to understand wasn't a threat display. "We're not completely blind in the dark. Humans evolved as persistence hunters on a world with regular day-night cycles. Our eyes adapted to function in low-light conditions." "But there was no light," Vorthan interjected, having joined the conversation. His bioluminescent patches pulsed rapidly with agitation. The ambient photon level was nearly zero. "Nearly zero isn't zero," Chen replied, taking another bite of her heated food. "Human eyes can detect a single photon under the right conditions. We have these cells called rods that are incredibly sensitive to light. Give us even the tiniest amount, and we can see shapes, movements, basic spatial relationships." Dr. Cleth's tentacles practically vibrated with excitement. "Fascinating. But surely this gives you only the most rudimentary vision." "Oh, it's not just about what we can see," Chen continued. "It's about what we've learned to do with limited information. Humans have been hunting and surviving in darkness for hundreds of thousands of years. We've developed techniques, listening to breathing patterns, feeling air movement, remembering spatial layouts, using peripheral vision more effectively than direct sight." She gestured to where her squad was sitting across the mess hall. "Rodriguez there can navigate a building he's only walked through once in complete darkness, just by remembering the number of steps between obstacles. Martinez can identify a person's position and emotional state just by the sound of their breathing." The aliens exchanged looks of growing comprehension and concern. "You mean," Zix Thala said slowly, That your entire species possesses these capabilities? To varying degrees, yes. Some humans are better at it than others, but we all have the basic hardware. It's why our military doctrine emphasizes night operations. Most species we've encountered are essentially helpless in the dark. Uncomfortable silence fell over the group. The implications were staggering. Humanity's insistence on night training wasn't just a quirky cultural practice. It was preparation for warfare under conditions where most galactic species would be completely vulnerable. "Captain," Dr. Cleth asked carefully, "what percentage of human military operations are conducted in darkness?" Chen's smile took on a different quality, one that made the aliens' various sensory organs tingle with unease. "Well, Doctor, space is pretty dark, and most habitable worlds have night cycles. So I'd say most of them." As Chen returned to her meal, the alien observers began to understand why the Galactic Council had been so eager to secure humanity's alliance rather than their enmity. They had assumed humans were simply another species with advanced technology. They were beginning to realize that humans were predators who had evolved to hunt in conditions where their enemies couldn't even see them coming. The darkness that terrified most galactic species wasn't humanity's weakness. It was their element.